Good morning, everybody. We are going to do a quick garden tour, and excuse me, I thought I would bring you along. This is April, of a little bit of the progress that's been going on. It's kind of slow. I'm going to turn my camera around real quick. I got a little bit of a, I don't know if you can see that. This is a mushroom. I don't know why it's there. This here is a true leaf. And I don't know if you can see that. That one looks a little bit different than the other two. This here is my pick one. You can see the hybrid cucumber English top. We've got some other. I planted these a little bit. You can see some of these right here is the true leaf. These are the other two. These will be going out into the garden like in another week. I know that seems like, oh my God, why have you waited so long? And I'll show you real quickly why I've waited so long. Okay, we're gonna be walking outside. I have a few other like little starts, but I'm walking outside now, and I'll show you the cucumber as we come up. I have a project going on. This new raised bed is going to be strictly for my medicinals, and it's kind of one of those things that you come across and you're like, my husband and I, as you all know in my other video where we were going to do the little garden bed out here for just the household herbs, we took all that apart. It's no longer there. So as you can see right there, it's gone. There's Hunter. My husband's up there working. We got some compost. But what we did here, and I'm gonna turn this around, and I think you can see it right here. This here is going, this is an old locker, and this here is painted it. It was just rusted, and I put it on those cinder blocks down there, so it won't come into contact with any of my lovely dog barking all the time. Sorry about that, but it's plenty deep. And I'm going to put some medicinal herbs over here, medicinal herbs over here, medicinal herbs over here, and medicinal herbs over here. I thought about cutting this, but I thought, why? You know why? But I painted it a beautiful green, so it's going to go really good with my other raised beds. But this is like waste. If you'll see how, it's really like waste. Like I can just come out here, and I'm not going to put that much dirt into it, but if you can see, I'm going to put like some soil, I mean about halfway through, because medicinal plants are not that, the roots don't go that deep unless you're doing like a taproot or something like that. But anyways, I mean, I'm even thinking of putting like some flowers, you know, painting some flowers right here, painting some flowers here, and I'm not very artsy craftsy, but maybe planting some medicinal herbs and stuff like that, you know, getting kind of creative, you know, because it's going to have my medicinal herbs in it. So anyway, that's a raised bed. That's new. And going to kind of turn the camera around. I've got my peppermint right here. I think this is the plantain from the front yard. I just went out there. I didn't want it to get disturbed, so I'm growing my plantain from my front yard. This is lettuce. It's kind of chilly right now, even though it's been like 70s and 80s. This morning it is in the 50s, but this is my lemon balm. I'm fixing to harvest some of my lemon balm and make a tincture and a salve with this lemon balm, and an oil, of course. We'll do a video on that. This here is my St. John's wort, and this is calendula right here. I watered earlier. This is another lettuce. Of course, my lettuce. This is my butter crunch lettuce. This is doing really well. can't wait for that to. This is my chives. It's from last year. I planted more chives and it just hasn't come up yet. This is another Bib lettuce. This Bib lettuce is really good. I don't have my sides of my greenhouse rolled up right now because it's kind of chilly. This one I haven't got, excuse my mess, I haven't got my green stalk done yet. And this raised bed, I have my green onions, I have my, what herb is that? That is, I'll have to think about that. I know what that is. I planted that from seed. That is, give me just a second, holy basil. All of these are holy basil from seed. And they're doing really good. These down there are doing much better. Those down there, they're getting their little tops on them. And they do really well in this climate. They'll do even better once it gets warmer. Those are green onions over there. These are green onions. This is my squash. And I have 2 rows of carrots here. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but they're a little bitty green. Looks like green grass. They're coming up. And then I have my zucchini down here. I have 2 rows of yellow squash. Crooked yellow squash. And I have 2 rows of carrots. And then I have just 1 of zucchini. Usually when I do zucchini, I get too much zucchini. But I love yellow squash more. Now this is what we had decided to do for our cucumbers, our pickling, and then our English. These down here I got on both ends, my German chamomile. And if you'll notice down here, some of these are like white. The baby leaves. This is the true leaf that's coming out. I was really kind of scared of what, like I planted it too early, but if you see this one, that one is doing really good. That one, and the true leaf is coming out on that one. This one, this one, these baby leaves are dying, but the true leaf is coming out. The true leaf is coming out. This one, I barely can see it. I mean, you have to really get down on that one to see the true leaf. Some of these, the baby leaves are dying, but the true leaf is coming out. True leaf there. Baby leaves are dying, but the true leaf. And so you may say to yourself, you know what? I'm afraid they're dying. Just keep watering them. Don't worry about it. Just keep watering them. My temperatures have not gotten into the 30s. They've gotten into the 40s at night. But I've just been real consistent with watering. If you think it's going to get down below 40, just covering them up. I haven't had to cover mine up. There's more of my German chamomile. My chamomile looks really good. I've just been consistent with watering them. And this whole area here is where I'm going to put my okra. We're going to have a guy come. I've just been watering it consistently. Over there is where I'm going to do my tomatoes. Over there, I'll walk over there later. But over here is my blueberries and my raspberries. Oh, the dogs are going crazy. You can hear the dogs. My goodness, they're howling up a storm. Anyway, raspberries, blackberries, raspberries, blackberries. I started noticing a little bit of spotting. And I did some research, said I was watering too much. So I backed off my watering, and I think everything's gonna be okay. This is a beautiful blackberry. This has got the thorns on it, so I have to be real careful. This is my raspberry. Same thing with my raspberry. It had a little leaf spotting, white spots. Thought it was a fungus, but it actually turned out to be some not fungus, but just watering too much. So you can't water too much. Now this is my mullein. My mullein, I'm gonna have to take it apart and plant it in the ground, but I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer. And this here is my marshmallow. My marshmallow is doing real good too. So that's all doing really good. Coming into my greenhouse, oh lordy, it's like 60 and it feels really comfortable in here. These are my edible flowers. I went to town. I was hungry the other night. I come out here just to I had me a cup of tea, and I was just kind of meditating, reading. This one, as you can tell, I just snipped a little bit off. And these are edible flour mix, and I just wanted to taste it. Some of these are really spicy, but they taste so good. These are my other, I haven't cleaned this up, but see how this is Tulsi. I love Tulsi tea. I was having me some Tulsi tea. I'm going to tell you real quick. Let me turn this around. This dirt that I have tried this year, it is got more mulch in it, and I'm not going to do that again. My seeds have had to work. I tried a different combination seed for my salad mix. I always I love salads, and I love a variety of lettuces. I love Butter Crunch, and I love just I got the Merlot. If you will notice in my other video, I tried a Merlot, and I tried another lettuce I can't think off right hand, and I did some sorrel, and just some different varieties I tried in here in this raised bed in the greenhouse. But normally I try to get pretty good combination of soil mixture. I don't put too much what I'm trying to say, I get the soil mixture to where it's really easy for the seeds to come through. And you know, later on, after your seeds get germinated and your plants come up, you can add to your raised bed, your fertilizer and so forth and so on. But yeah, I could not find the soil. Being new to this area, and I didn't have a lot sent in through the mail and stuff like that. I just wanted to kind of get used to what I had here close to me, what I could find around me. And there was just a little bit more mulch in the soil bags that I was used to. So it's really slow getting started. But I'm finally seeing a breakthrough. My radish here on the end, which I'll turn the camera around here in just a minute. But at the end here, the salad, the lettuces that are coming through finally, it's going to be kind of hard for you to see when I do turn the camera around. But I'm finally seeing something. Finally, it seems like I think it's 7 weeks. And normally after 7 weeks, you see quite a bit. I do anyway. And especially with spinach. You see spinach like right away. But yeah, I've been watering morning. I've been watering in the evening. And just now starting to see something. Of course, like it's not been that long for the, it's been barely, I guess, 3 weeks for the radish. And normally after 3 weeks you can pull up your radishes, but let me come over here and see. I'm gonna pull one of these. Yeah, this is a radish after 3 weeks, so not really doing that good on the not even the radishes. So I think probably after another week, and normally 21 to 28 days on radishes, you should see more growth than that, I'm thinking. So I really don't know what it is. I mean, if you have an idea outside of the mulch, you can leave me a comment. But there was a little bit of I mean, I don't use Miracle-Gro, so I'm not a Miracle-Gro type person, but there was a little bit of nitrogen and some other things. I did have some compost mixed in with my soil, but I'm gonna go ahead and just turn it around. I'm really kind of disappointed. I'm like, for real disappointed. But let me go ahead and stop this and I'll go ahead and let you see. Okay, this here is my radishes. And yeah, I mean, the tops of them look really green, healthy. This in here is supposed to be like my sorrel. I think that's like some sort of weed. Yeah, that's a weed. This in here, these rows right here, this is a really good lettuce. These in here, this is all lettuce. This all right here is lettuce. And these look good and healthy. These are my starts. This in here is another lettuce. This is good. This is healthy. Yeah, this right here is like some sort of weed or something. So I don't know what that is exactly. But these are all real good. This is some sort of something. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I get these little baby mushrooms. But yeah, I mean, it's looking good. You know, it's looking good. It's just so slow. It's so slow. And I guess I'm just not really used to this being so slow. Get some of these out since I'm just right here. But yeah, I mean, but all that over there, oh lordy, all this over here is waiting to go into the ground. This is my table that my husband set up here for me. This is more green beans. This is more calendula, and this is stevia. This is more stuff that this is a hot pepper, a really hot pepper. I mean, this is my table that I just set here, my chair that I just set here. I've just got all kinds of tomatoes waiting. I got all kinds of herbs. I mean, I got all kinds of lavender, and I got watermelon over there, and I got all kinds of stuff waiting to go in the ground. I got echinacea. I got peppers down here. I got more lettuce. I got basil. I got all kinds of flowers, all kinds of herbs over there. St. John's wort. I got all kinds of stuff that hasn't even come up through the dirt yet. More coneflower, more jalapeno peppers here. And I got, of course, I got all my okra right here. This is the new leaf on the okra. I've been waiting for the new leaf. This is ready to go out. And then of course I did something that I'm sure I'm not the only person. I planted these and I've got no idea what it is. This is more okra. It won't come up for quite a while, but I got sunflowers coming up. And I'm just one of those people, you know, I want to get a head start after I get things done. This is my compost. That is good old black manure. And I kind of incorporate that in some of my stuff. I mean, it don't really smell. That's good old manure. And we drove out, and I put that with my tomatoes, and I even put it with like in my raised beds. Sorry for all the dog barking. Hey, I just wanted to, I'm gonna sit down over here, my little desk. I wanted to talk to everybody. I'm trying to make this a short little tour, but let me set this down for just a minute. It takes me a minute to get up here on my chair. You guys, you know, I have been posting stuff on my community tab, and a lot of times I don't even know if a lot of people know where the community tab is, but the community tab is, it'll say your videos up there at the top of you know, whether you're on your iPhone or whether you're on your computer, but it'll say videos, and it'll say about you, and it'll say community. It's up at the very top where you subscribe to a channel or whatever. But it's how I keep in touch, how I sometimes say, you know, I'm about to post a video, or I thank my subscribers. It's kind of how, you know, I talk to people. Well, I'm kind of wanting to do more with my channel, and probably only 1% of people read, or maybe less than 1% read my community post. I really enjoy, I just learned how to share pictures, and I know that I can like write something to my community. Y'all, people that watch my video, y'all are my community. And I try to tell you stuff that's going on behind the scenes before I get ready to post a video. I even ask you questions, and sometimes y'all will tell me something, sometimes y'all won't tell me anything, and I guess that's okay. But I'm wanting to do every Thursday. I'm really feeling called because of everything that's going on in our world. I really want to do a post about 15 or 20 minutes where I get on, and it's not going to necessarily have anything to do with gardening or herbs. It may I have no idea, because I feel like this is something that I'm a spiritual person. As a gardener, I think when you come outside, I love being outside. I love nature. I've always been called to learn about life in that way, but I believe in Yeshua HaMashiach, who is the Lord. I feel a lot of people call him Jesus, and that's who I believe is our creator. I believe in the body. I believe in natural healing, and I believe in that a lot what we learn about our body, you cannot believe in anything other than who your creator is, how he made our body. When you start learning about the anatomy, you start learning that, hey, that's so awesome. How can you not believe in anything but God? But anyway, without me going off into all that, I just feel called to pray. I feel called to pray for our leaders. I feel called to pray for our country. I feel that we should maybe pray for one another. So yeah, I mean, when I went to school, I was all into herbs. I was all into essential oils, and so I got to the point where I was so into herbs and so into essential oils that I forgot to pray. So and my essential oils and my herbs weren't working anymore. And so one day, and I shared this on a video, where I couldn't get rid of a simple headache. And I feel that if we don't include who a lot of people call their higher power, which my higher power is Yahweh. He's always been the creator of the universe. So I'm inviting you on Thursdays. I'm thinking of making it early in the morning, around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, very early, because of the time that people can get up in the morning, they can pray. And if that's too early, we'll find that out. But if you live on the North Coast or the East Coast, I live in the Central Standard Time. So if that's too early or too late for you, you can always get in there and do a replay, and you can post your prayer, or you can just join in and pray, because I believe in the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit will meet you where you're at, and he will be able to hear your prayer. That's the wonderful thing about God. He is the God of the universe. He will hear you where you're at, and I will answer you, and I will pray in agreement with you. And if it's a simple headache, I believe God will heal you. And we need to come together as a country and pray for our leaders. And we don't need to be talking about a bunch of crazy stuff. We're just going to pray that our country becomes united, okay? We're not going to talk about politics. We're not going to talk about anything. We're just going to come together united and pray. That's all we're going to talk about. And I just got through having to block somebody that was talking about ugly things. He emailed me and he was talking about some ugly things, and so I blocked him, and I hope he unsubscribes. I'm not about getting a lot of subscribers so that I can reach a certain place on YouTube and make a lot of money. If I get subscribers, and I really am thankful for everybody that does subscribe to my channel, I'm about educating people in a safe way and being in a safe community. That's what I'm about. But if people want to get on here, and if they want to act crazy, and if they want to talk in a pornography way, and if they want to say mean and ugly things, I don't want them in my community at all. And I'll just be straightforward about that. I have morals, I have values, and I also want a safe community for people to come to and feel comfortable. I don't want people to come in here thinking that they're all that. I'm not all that. But I also want people to come here and feel safe. And I want people to know that when they're around me, they can talk about God, they can talk about Jesus. And I also want people to know that and if YouTube doesn't like it, then I can leave YouTube and go somewhere else. And that, I'm just going to say that straight off the bat. And I'm not afraid to speak my mind as far as my rights as an American. And I know my rights as an American. So anyway, that's what Thursdays are going to be about. So yeah, go to my community page. That's what YouTube has their community page for, so that we can all go there and I can say, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to schedule it for this time. And so go there, and I don't know that this Thursday we're going to do it, but I want everybody to start going there. I'm going to keep you updated, and always visit my website. I'm going to also let you know when we're going to start the newsletter. The newsletter and praying are the next two things I'm going to work out. And then once I start getting people involved and y'all start communicating with me, I'm going to get the school together, okay? But I have to get everybody together, because I'm getting some more likes and I'm getting some more comments, but my main two goals are getting people together. All right? Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this morning. I hope you guys are, it's trying, we're springing forth. It's already been a month, but we just still have to wait for the tomatoes and the peppers. Some people are already putting their tomatoes out. I know a guy, he's 100 miles north of me. He already put his peppers out, and I just got through seeing his forecast, and it was already 34 degrees. I was like, I hope he's okay, because this is a tricky time, this time of year. We're still anxious to get those peppers out, and still anxious to get those tomatoes out. But like right now, some people say you have to wait till Mother's Day. I'm one of those people where I'm kind of up on the Cap Rock. It's still like 40 degrees, which is kind of, it just depends on if you're out in the middle of the pasture. It's gonna get colder out in the middle of the pasture. I'm luckily, I've got some trees over here. My neighbor, her trees are really tall, and then I've got trees over here, but I got a pasture right there. So that's why I got my greenhouse. My tomatoes and my peppers are inside my greenhouse, and my my herbs that, oh, I didn't show you my herbs, but I'm not going to go over there right now, but I'm just going to tell you about it real quick. I know this video is kind of running long, but the kitchen herbs, my sage is doing okay. My basil, some of it is looking a little frail, because your basil is really kind of a warm plant. But at 40 degrees, you need to move it away from the cold. And so I moved it from being right in front of the greenhouse all the way over there to the side where it's up against my sunroom. And so you may need to move some things around. That's why I had it where I had it. And I could even move it in here where it's kind of portable in pots. And now I can move it out in the sun and keep it in the nice warm sunshine. But this week here, we're all supposed to get some rain, and it's supposed to kind of be iffy for the next week. So the rain, once the rain comes, which is April showers, and then we'll get the ground tilled up, which we need all that rain for the tilling to take place. And then after that, I'll get my tomatoes and my peppers planted, and everything will be fine. But it's just getting over all this, people get so anxious to get things planted. So as a gardener, you have a lot to learn. You get things out there, you get anxious. Even I do. I get anxious with like my cucumbers, but I was just being patient and keeping some of them in here in case some of them did die. But I'm seeing some of those that I know that are kind of strong. Some my English ones, they're not that strong. They wouldn't have made it. The other ones that are kind of those, I forget the true name of them, but they're the ones that don't get really big, but they'll have the true leaves come back and they'll make it. They'll make it. But anyway, all the rest of my stuff is kind of like, that one bed. I mean, and some other stuff, your green onions, they're cold weather. Some of your stuff is cold weather. And I didn't want to do a whole lot this year. Just gotta wait. Do more and more and more and more. Okay. Well, that's it. You guys make sure to look down in the description for show more for some links, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. You guys have a blessed day. All right, look in the community tab. Find that community tab. Okay, and leave me a comment. Bye for now.